What's the most annoying heckler or person you had in the crowd where you're like, I can't believe this is a human?
Bro, I had one this past weekend. Well, the craziest one, I'll tell you. This past weekend, I'm going to be posting a clip on my Instagram next week of this. I had to kick out this guy. It was bonkers. But the worst one I had was I was playing Wolverine at Universal Studios Hollywood, right? That was my day job when I graduated. I was doing the backlot tour on the tram and then playing Wolverine because somebody had to step up. George didn't have that beard yet.
I feel like you'd be amazing at that.
Well, dude, it was you wear the suit, you wear the fake abs, the fake fangs, and then your face is showing, and it's like, $23 an hour to go up to kids and be like, hey, you like Spider-Man? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, me too. He's my best friend. They're like, no shit. And I'm like, yeah, you want to take a picture? You can fucking jerk off to it later, And that was the voice.
Very Italian.
Why is Wolverine a mob boss?
Wolverine just told me about some hit he put out on, yeah.
Hey, Shing.
You ever regret?
Shing, he says Shing when he takes him out. That's such a funny thing to do. Bozoings. You're like, all right, worst character ever. But so I was at this winery in Paso Robles. You guys ever go up there?
Never, not once.
It's like 3 hours from here. It's like Napa Light, right? It's got its own flavor. So I go up there, and I'm in the upstairs of this brewery, and my buddy lived there, so he was bringing a comedy show back. So it was about 300 people packed in this upstairs brewery. And I was doing all this material about, playing Wolverine and whatnot, and I was about 3 years in. I had maybe like 20 minutes max. And that I felt good about. But at that stage, I'm just like, I got an hour. And they're like, cool, 20's fine. It's probably not that great. Yeah, cool. And so there's a gal to my left about 20 feet away, and she's just hammered, and she's like spitting stuff out left and right. This can't stand for your bitch. And I was like, all right, somebody get her another drink, and take her keys. And then she at one point she was like, let me give you a kiss. And I was like, should I let her kiss me? So I walk over, she like licks the side of my face.
Oh, yeah.
I make some crass comment about getting like herpes, gingivitis, and like everything you could ask for in one lick. And then as I'm walking back to the middle of the stage, I'm like looking down, thinking of my next move, and I just see in the my peripheral vision, like her hand go up, and everyone's drinking wine. It's at a winery, and I just see her hand go up like this, and then just like that.
Oh,
and before I'm like looking down, but I kind of see it, and it would just happen so quick before I could even like turn or like get out of the way. So it was just like make one choice. So I just went like that. And I swear to God, the base of the wine glass, my palms were just sweaty enough that the base of the wine glass like clipped like two little parts of the webbing of my hand and stuck for about half a second. And I just was like fucking like that and wrap my hand, I swear to God, wrap my hand around it and realized that I just caught the fucking wine glass out of midair. I swear to God. Brett Riley, you can hit him up. He'll confirm this whole story. That's whose gig it was. I wrap around the wine glass and then I slowly turn my head to it. And then there's a silence in the crowd. And then I just went, and everybody goes, holy shit! Everyone's going nuts. Everyone was doing that and fucking going to detention. And so it was crazy. Everyone's going nuts. And now I'm just thinking of like, how do I button this? And so I walk over and I put it on her right in front of her table, and I go, I told you I'm Wolverine, bitch. Don't fuck with me. Place goes nuts again. They end up taking her out. Like, I'm like, hey, I mean, it was like Tom Hanks walked into a Panera Bread. Everybody went fucking nuts,
That is so cool.
Smoking me out, drinking afterwards. Like, I ended up smoking in this weird couple's car in the back, like for an hour after, and they got into this huge fight, and I like, slipped out of the car while they were fighting because I thought they were going to take off. Fell asleep in the shower that night twice and like woke up falling out of the shower, and
the night didn't take the turn I expected.
Dude, I ended up
He's like 2 days later I was homeless, smoking meth with a trash bag covering my shoulders,
dressing up like George just to get into nightclubs,
eating crickets that some guy kept letting out or out. Like, dude, where did this fucking story
go, I'm telling you, this was 3 years into comedy, getting my first taste of like, you're the man. In Paso Robles, I mean, they were throwing the kitchen sink at me, and they were dude, that was a crazy, unscripted, never gonna happen again moment. So I was just like very gluttonous. I was like, give me all the shots, give me all the weed.
You went crazy.
I threw a lean cuisine at the fucking window and broke it.
Hell yeah.